Good morning, I'm Katie Shreve. I am a stylist, writer, and fashion blogger. My blog is called Moi Contre la Vie, and I'm here today to view some past collections from Michelle and some new pieces unveiling for the Fashion on the Square event that I'm very much looking forward to being at and viewing for the first time. And I'm here in Oakland, and I'm very much looking forward to a day of fashion. Cindy, oh my gosh. I'm like, so sorry. My next meeting's with Michelle.
No worries. This is all good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cindy, what do you have here? What do you have here?
Me, I have the two dresses I did for last year for the Fashion on the Square, and I brought my graduation fashion show collection for Academy of Art University, and then I got two new dresses for this year Fashion on the Square.
Yay!
Which I'm not going to show you.
Oh, it's not going to be on camera. No, it's not going to be on camera. It's going to be a surprise. So let's walk over a little bit closer to Katie and kind of walk her through your designs and things.
So how are we going to do it? Like,
any way you like, because I did not.
Okay, so this is the one that we did last year.
Okay.
So it's
and
like
what's the fabric? What is the fabric?
This is like the metallic brocade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Usually, most of my collection, I love using the brocade because they have a very nice pattern, very nice textile, and have like something shiny.
A bit volume.
Yes. No, the volume because I did some throw underneath to five layer of this. So that's why I have volume. So when you walk, you can see it's like
it keeps its shape.
Yeah, this is the shape, and then I did some structure in here as well. Yes, kind of like avant-garde.
Yeah.
Dress. So which is not like you can wear this for like big events or red carpet.
Exactly. It's red carpet ready.
And I'm going to have racks next time, Cindy, so we don't, so we can have a nice, real showing of that.
Yes.
So what do we have next?
So this one another dress that for Fashion on the Square as well. This one I took the same shape, but I simplified the design. The same shape.
And so these two were shown together?
Yeah, they are together. Yeah, same shape as well on the back.
Oh wow. Is that unzipped? That's really low.
Oh my god.
No, Katie, it's not unzipped.
I love an open back, but
yeah, actually it's like back open like this, and then this is the same shape.
I love those cap sleeves.
Oh yeah, thank you. So
very flattering.
And then
I love that you're doing the interior has a different pattern.
Yeah, this is the lace.
Yeah.
And then I do this as for lining. I don't use like to use a regular lining, so that's why I decided to do this. And then this is collection from the Academy of Art
This is your graduation collection?
Yeah. So this is one piece.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I
this
love
is,
that.
I know. People love this one a lot, so that's why I bring it to you. So this is one of the dress that I did on the beading myself.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I
love the embellished.
Or the hand beading. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Took forever.
And you did all of that beading yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
And then this like the open cut like on this.
The cutout.
Yeah.
Let's hang it there. Can it hang on? Can it hang on there? That thing there? Yeah. Yeah.
And then this is the jacket, the famous jacket. Everyone talk about.
Yeah. Does it have a name?
The famous jacket.
The Cindy.
The Cindy. I love it.
Oh, wow, that is.
And then you can notice that's the inside and outside same thing.
I love that. It has
I try to make
some versatility because you can fold it out.
Yeah, and then because when you walk, it's flowing, and then I want to make sure the inside and outside matching. It takes me forever to do this one to make sure they're both matching.
Yeah,
and then the pocket as well. The well pocket as well.
I always love
because I'm very into the details, and then the pattern, like I told you, like the pattern, the textile, everything. I'm very into that. Yeah, so it's like this. And then
when it comes to clients, do you do like one pieces for them? Like they ask for like basically couture, like you make it for them?
Yes. This is my new business coming up.
So why they created what they created and what it means to them and what they're hoping to see with their collection, like talking to a designer and talking about the woman that they're designing for, the man that they are planning these pieces for. It's much more interesting to me than writing about a Michael Kors collection or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I've really been kind of skewing my focus to more Bay Area local designers and brands and lines and stores, and that's why I was so interested in getting a chance to meet you.
Oh, definitely.
Because I loved the designs on your websites, and I love being able to support something like Fashion on the Square, something that's 10 years of San Francisco fabulous. And
I know.
I mean, that's one of the things, living in the Bay Area and loving fashion, it's sort of a shame that the San Francisco fashion scene isn't as established as New York or even in LA, but I feel like we have our own sort of take on it, and it may not be traditional, and it may not be New York Fashion Week style, but we have our own local events, and I think it's great that we get a chance to support those and be a part of them, and I'm looking forward to seeing your pieces on the runway.
Thank you. And who knows, later, like few more years later, it's going to be San Francisco Fashion Week. Right?
Exactly.
Who knows, right? It's New York
Or
Fashion Week.
Fashion on the Square Fashion Week.
Is this the first year that it's going to be longer?
It is. We have been only one day for the past number of years, and this is the first Fashion on the Square week. So, yeah, I'm hyperventilating. Thank you for clapping, but I'm hyperventilating, and big ups to the team. But, and one thing I want to make sure we talk about is your jewelry line, Cindy, and which I am wearing a couple pieces.
Yes.
But,
definitely caught my attention.
Oh, it did good.
A slight jewelry obsession.
I see. So, Cindy, can you tell Katie a little bit about the experience at the Academy?
Actually, it's been a great experience, even though the school like a bit cheaper for me, but it's good. When I was in school, everything's overloaded. I don't think that I have any sleep at all. You know, every day sleep like 2-3 hours, but all the experience is like it's very worth it in the end, because you know they train me. They pick some of the good students, and then they train us to be, you know, how to produce a collection our own from the step one until the end, until like we finally showcase the collection. So after I walk out from the school, I gain a lot of experience and knowledge. It's not because of that, and then also, you know, the way how I handle, and then the time management, everything is like so worth it. I can't even, you know, express this. So after that, and then I got into the Fashion on the Square, and then I got to meet her, and you know, I start and then we start like, you know, the relationship, and then so this year, you know, I want to be a part of the fashion show, and then
and 15 pieces.
I know, last year when I 2 pieces, and then, you know, we it's a good relationship, even though, you know, like we have a lot of things going on, like you know, like stressful, and like like, because, you know, when in the work, you know, she stressed me out because she wanted to do a lot, like, you know.
She's pushing you.
So that's why I say it's kind of stressful. She said, "Can you give me the whole sketch?" Just like, you know, like next week. I say next week.
It's one of the things that's been so surprising to me is like when you love fashion from afar, and like you're watching the perfect video on Style.com,
right?
This runway show in Paris, and you're like, it's just so perfect, and like now getting involved in fashion and seeing the utter madness that goes on behind the scenes.
I know,
and leading up to it, you're like, it's a wonder they even get out there.
Well, she is a pusher. She is, yeah. She and then to give me this and to like the whole sketches, because, you know, every time I want to do sketches, I have to start with like the rough sketch, and I have to like, you know, finalize it, and I have to scan it, and I fix it Photoshop, Illustrator, everything, and then, you know, and then she just give me the days, and like I have to finish in the whole weekend, and then I give it to her, and then she asked me, can you give me more? Like, no, like a lot. I mean, but in general, she's good. Yeah, very good. So
good relationship.
The relationship, yeah. And you know, after that, and then like I have a second project, like I told you. So
yes,
like you know,
launching your line.
Yeah, I'm launching my line, and I found a space. So
you're gonna have a storefront?
Yes,
that's exciting.
Yeah, so we are working on this right now, and you know, we decided to grand opening right after the Fashion on the Square. Fashion on the Square is gonna be July 27th, so the rent's gonna be open in August the 3rd. Like like few days after that. So
that's exciting.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 2 levels. So the ground level is my flagship boutique, so where I carry my jewelry and I carry my collection. And upstairs is gonna be my
Couturier.
it's couturier and the sewing studio, and I have the room for the styling studio, like photo shoot studio, and my office upstairs too. So
That's exciting.
yes, and then
I hope you'll have a launch party.
Yes, party.
yes,
Party,
and then,
party.
you know, actually, it's the big space, and then if I want to take another friend, and then say, okay, I'm not gonna take over the friend next year because like overloaded for me if I take the whole thing. It's too expensive. And after that, and after the grand opening, I'm gonna launch my duty to wear next year, which of course I'm gonna cooperate with her, of course, and she's the only one. I can think of her mind. You know, when I come to the public relation or something, she's the only one I can think of. Even though
Well, actually, what I wanted to talk to you about was the jewelry. So when I first got her email, I checked out your website and loved the pieces that you had up there. And what really caught my eye was the jewelry, because I mean, the dresses are absolutely gorgeous, but the frequency with which one wears a gown in San Francisco is somewhat more limited than how often you wear jewelry. So, like, I was just struck by how wearable, how, like, day-to-day the pieces were. So why don't you tell me about why you decided to launch a jewelry collection, why, kind of what your motivation was behind it?
actually, I have a very, sharp saying about that. I launched my jewelry because I want to support the cancer in the children. So part of my profits is going to go into go to my foundation. So my foundation is going to raise a fund to support for the cancer children around the world. But right now I'm supporting for the St. Jude's Research Hospital. I think this is very famous one. I think
Yes.
Lots of people know that. And so that's why it's the reason why I launched my jewelry. And the thing is, I always think like girls, they always like, the jewelry is like part of their dresses every day, day to day. So they always buy like at least a pick one, a pick two, in the morning before they go out. And the main reason is because I want to, raise some fund and support the cancer children. And then also, this is the part of my business, another one. So my big business is about launching my couture line, so like this year. So, and what else I can say?
So how many seasons have you put out jewelry? Is it
Oh,
just the
actually,
first?
this is the first season, and then I'm gonna launch the next collection this right after the fashion on the square as well. Yeah.
And do you envision these pieces being worn with your dresses as well?
No, actually,
The more day-to-day, ready to
more
wear?
day-to-day ready to wear. Yeah, I don't want to put in the couture. I could put this in my ready to wear, which I launch next year. I could, but not for the couture line because I don't want the jewelry or anything take away the eye catching from the ready to
For the
wear.
details.
For the couture line. Yes, yes.
And tell me about the ready to wear. When are you planning to launch that line?
This is gonna be next. We plan to have another charity fashion show next March or April. Yes. So after July, so I'm gonna start working the whole 9 months for that, and then to next March, right? It's just 9 months.
So you have Fashion on the Square,
and then
15 pieces, and then you're setting up your shop front, and then you're launching another jewelry collection, and then ready to wear.
Yeah, so that's why right in August I'm gonna hire some internship to work at my studio, and then I'm thinking about hire for people like for students or who interested in doing like want to learn, and I can train them how to produce a collection that their own. And then I think about like next month when I do the fashion show, the charity fashion show, which she's gonna be the PR, gonna be like the
that would be me.
And and then I'm thinking about giving the intern, the people, the student a chance to, I would teach them how to produce a mini collection, and then give them a chance to showcase their collection along with my collection.
Oh,
that's great.
So after I,
so having just gone through this,
so after I train them
them.
and I teach them all the skill, and then I give them 3 months to produce their own. They can work at my studio for and then they can showcase in my fashion show as well. That's what I'm thinking. This is my plan.
Great. Well, it seems like a lot of your motivation behind this is giving back, whether it's giving back to students, giving back to charitable organizations. That's great.
Yeah, because I believe in not just only tech, but I believe in give. Like the veganism, everything as well, right? We talked about it earlier, so I'm very admired. You have been vegan for 5 years. She has been vegan for 5 years.
Okay,
wow.
wow.
Like I told her, I was still like almost a year. And she say, oh, I'm 5 years. It's like, wow, she beat me.
Okay, vegan. Okay,
Yes,
this is
this
good.
is a surprise, right?
Yeah.
And I loved hearing about all the fabrics and stuff. That's very exciting.
Right,
Yes,
right.
I believe so. I believe, beside all the, because people say that, all the luxuries need to be like fur, leather. I don't think so, because beside that, we can create the luxury by, not just about the material, it's about the designing, it's about the detail, the tailoring. They are creating the luxury. So all the work behind us, the luxury. It's not just about the outlook and everything outside. So that's why I'm very, admire you when you say you are more into the work and behind the scene of all the designer, because you can see the sweat, you can see all the time, all the effort they spent to produce that. Not just like they just see the final product.
Yeah.
So,
well, and I feel like you have more appreciation
Yes,
for what
yes.
you're wearing when
Yes.
you know what's going into it. And I've had such great luck with meeting these amazing people and being able to support them by buying pieces from their collections. And so having a jacket that my friend Anuba made is, she went to Mumbai and sourced the fabric, and she oversaw the dyeing of it, and she measured me to make sure it fit my shoulders, and it's completely fitted to me.
That's
and
very nice.
having that is way more, it's more special, it's
It's
more unique
Yes.
than going to Bloomingdale's and buying a jacket.
yes, yes. And then, last night I watched a TED Talk, talk about clothing and fashion. He's called that. He say, you wearing fashion, it's not because you make you look good. You making fashion or wearing fashion because you want to do good things. So because there's a lot, like the local store, the local business. Like I know one is like very inspiring me when I watch a TED Talk. You know about TED Talk, right? So.
Oh boy, so as we're kind of wrapping up here, and I know I'm behind the camera, nobody needs to see me, you know who I am. Cindy, I would love for you to share with Katie why you decided after graduating from the Academy of Art University to stay here in San Francisco and launch your line, and just tell us why, because a lot of the students decide to go in Paris, Milan, or other places. So
Yeah.
share with Katie why you decided to stay.
Yeah, I know most of my friends, they like half of them they go to New York and some of them go to Paris. But I did the first thing I want to decide to stay here because my family, because I have a lot of responsibility for my family right now. I'm taking care of my family, my parents, my siblings. So without me, I don't think it's good for them. So that's why. And then if I leave.